Hey, it's Benji Cole, son of Al Cole from CBS Radio and host of People of Distinction, the talk that gives an in-depth view of some of the most dynamic, intelligent, and successful people on the planet. Run to our website, peopleofdistinction.org for more info, or you can always email me directly at benji@alcoleenterprises.com. And on the line with us today, we have Reverend Dr. Alix Pierre. And we're going to be discussing his amazing book, Should Divorced Christians Remarry? It's available for purchase through Amazon, barnesandnoble.com. But people, if you want to gather everything that Reverend Pierre has in store, well, do yourself a favor and head directly to his personal site. And that's alixpierreministries.com. And for clarification, Alix is spelled A-L-I-X, traditional spelling of Pierre and traditional spelling of ministries.com. There you'll find more information on the Reverend himself, more information on this wonderful narrative, as well as find hyperlinks set up to take you to the purchasing page. So one more time, that's alixpierreministries.com. And I will say, Alix was brought to our network, People of Distinction, today by some of the best publishers in the business, Author Reputation Press. So if you or anyone you know have a book that they'd like moved, people, give yourself the best gift you could possibly give. Contact ARP and have them move it for you. They're one of the best in the business to do it, and if you want to gather more information, head on over to their website, authorreputationpress.com, and figure out how they can help take your literary creation to the next level. And listen, it is an absolute pleasure to have the Reverend here on the line with us. The education is second to none. Whether you are currently married, planning on embarking upon that, or just really against it wholeheartedly, this is a fantastic book for you. And at the end of the day, Reverend Pierre is the expert. He's written the book. He's pulling from his years being in ministry and also research that he's been able to compound. And I'm telling you, this is going to be a very thought-provoking conversation. So sit back, strap in, and get ready for a wonderful ride. Reverend Pierre, thank you once again for being a guest. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank God, thank you, and it's a pleasure to have me. Thank you very much.
Likewise. Well, listen, the pleasure is all ours, okay? We're really looking forward to this and really looking forward to the words of wisdom that we're going to be able to receive from you, not only within this short discussion, but also when we run and pick up the book. Now, I know we have a lot of information to cover pertaining to the book, but before we go into it, I think it's important to learn a little bit more about your background. So let's start there. Reverend, tell our listening audience a little bit more about yourself.
Thank you again. My name is Reverend Dr. Alix Pierre. I am the founder and president of Universal Church of Salvation in Queens, New York, and I'm also a founder of Universal Theological Seminary, where as a professor I'm teaching and training pastors for more than 20 years. And I'm a married person for like 42 years since I married my wife. We have 5 kids: Alexandra, Alex Jr., Maestro J, Junel, Nadine, and Martin. And also I'm a grandpa. And beside that, I'm also a real estate investor. And thank God, after my college year, I went to law school for 4 years. So I'm here to present to the audience my thought about should divorced Christians remarry.
People, you know what I gathered from that is this is what the Reverend knows. I mean, he eats, sleeps, and breathes this stuff and has been for decades now. Given his background and all of the experience that he's had, you know the information found in this book is coming from a very knowledgeable place, okay? And Reverend, without further ado, let's jump right in. Should divorced Christians remarry? Give us a brief synopsis of your book, please.
Well, all my life experience is about dealing with people. Then I become a social observer, looking to bring light where darkness is full, and also to bring knowledge where ignorance is sin. The book Should Divorced Christians Remarry is like a pantheon of all these years. I am dealing with people from all the corners. Dealing with people I can see and observe the suffering, the dilemma, the pain, and then also what I can do. I'm writing the book to expose the weakness and ignorance of majority of people about marriage. And then they are also exposed the failure of the local church to address the reality and the truth about marriage. Because for some people, whenever they had somebody divorce, the church leader tend to put these people aside, like they are cursed, like they are the bad person. They isolate them, they humiliate them, and then these people cannot perform any good religious thing in the church. They cannot be in the choir. They cannot do this. They cannot do that. They cannot do airshare. So I'm here exposing the reality of marriage, the reality of divorce, and then also to bring some freedom to these people, to these divorcees, where they think they are rejected. And I'm here to bring them the hope, the freedom, so they can have a better life in the society.
Follow-up question to that, Reverend. Now, listen, I think it's safe to assume the answer to this next question, but you know what happens when you assume. So I'm not going to do that to you. I have you here on the line, man. I'm going to go directly to the source. Now, we know that when we're talking about divorce, as I mentioned in my opening, here in America, the divorce rate is, anywhere between 40 and 50%, right? So meaning just about half of the people that get married end up separating. Now, this, of course, is an issue that affects a lot more than just Christians, but you wanted to focus specifically on that particular group. Why was it important for you to focus on Christians in divorcing rather than just divorce in general?
No, what happened is Christianity always considered as a religion of high morality, where people think you must marry forever until death, till us pass. Unfortunately, the reality of life or the reality of marriage is not that. Because marriage is a social issue, many people in church thought that it is spiritual. And then I personally, with all this experience I have dealing with people, talking to people and the church and this ministry everywhere, when I see those pain and the suffering, I realize really my argument as marriage, the social issue, is very valid, is very strong. So the reality of life, people thought, well, once we get married, and then we are going to have some angel there to fix it. It doesn't work like that. Marriage is social. Now we can say what is social. Marriage is social because marriage doesn't start with the Bible. The Bible is the book that comes into history, but history existed before. Because people have been married since the origin of time before the Bible has been written. So that's make it social. So anything social is about two people or a group of people where they are working together for the welfare or the well-being of the relationship or of each other. Unfortunately, people come into marriage without thinking or address the social issue. That is why when you see the dilemma inside the house, because in marriage there are a couple of stages. The first stage is the courting. The man is looking for the woman is looking for a man. The second stage is like the honeymoon. Honeymoon, everybody is sweetie, lolly, lollipop, honey, everything is fine, honeymoon. But after the honeymoon, we have the practical. The practical is inside the house, where there are a lot of surprise, good surprise, bad surprise. And then now come the control, the fight, the dilemma. And then since everybody has some needs, and then no one can comply to all the need everywhere all the time. So the clashes, personality clashes, the differences, the clash about who is the boss, who is controlling, all these things bring pressure to the relationship and lately bring divorce. But now when people divorce, either they are in church or not, but the pressure is more on the people in church because the people, even though they are divorced, but they still love God. They still love to sing in the choir. They still love to show up. They still love to manifest certain things. Unfortunately, certain pastors, certain leaders, they figure out if you marry, you divorce, then you remarry, you are not fit to do anything in this ministry. And I have a lot of people complaining, crying, explain to me, they've been exposed, or they've been suffered about their situation. And then, to me, this is not fair. So, if somebody is not a Christian, most likely people who are not Christian, they don't care. They do their stuff. But I, as a pastor and a social observer, I want to pinpoint the reality of marriage, the reality of divorce. I want to bring light to the situation where darkness is ravaging. Because a lot of so-called leaders, so-called pastors, they are not informed about this situation. They think marriage is social. They think marriage is spiritual because it's in the Bible. No. The fact marriage is in the Bible, that doesn't make it spiritual. Because we are not angels. No way. We are not angels. We are human beings with needs that must be met. And then anytime those needs are not met, our behavior change. So when the behavior change, now comes the challenge of fighting. That is why you say the divorce rate may be 40 to 45. I think it's more than that. I think with certain people I thought could be like 70%.
Wow. People, again, we're here on the line with Reverend Dr. Alix Pierre. We're discussing his amazing book, Should Divorced Christians Remarry? Available for purchase through Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, or directly through his personal site, AlixPierreMinistries.com. Reverend, next question that I'd love to go into, and, listen, I know that your background has a tremendous amount of influence on the words that you put on the page, but I want to go in a little bit more elaboration. In addition to your own experience, what type of research did you do in preparation for this book?
Well, most of my research day-to-day basis, talking to people. Most of my research, again, I went to other authors, talking to people and see what they think. And then beside that, my research is more in the Bible to verify or to bring light to my point. Because the difficulty I find with people, they cannot swallow the bitter pill. The bitter pill is, how come you are a pastor, you say marriage is social? Because I want to help. Because all throughout the Bible, we don't see anything pertinent to spirituality with the marriage. Even Jesus said, listen, you in heaven, there will be no husband and wife. Because they asked Jesus question about, Rabbi, Moses tell us, if a brother die and didn't leave any son, the other brother must marry the same woman. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 7. And then they say, at the resurrection, which one of these men will claim this wife, since all of them marry the same woman? Jesus said, you don't understand. At the resurrection, there will be no husband and wife. Everybody is going to be like angel. So with that being said, people still consider marriage as spiritual, as if once you marry, you are going to have some angel inside the house living for you, dealing with you, telling you what to do, go right, go left. No. And then beside that, so the so-called leader and the Christian community, they always believe, you know what, God give you husband, God give you wife, which is not true. Because when I research the Bible, I don't see anywhere God gives people, men and women, husband and wife. There is only one man God brought a woman to him, according to the Bible, is Adam. After that, no one else. God does not choose for us. God does not choose husband for us. Men choose in our society, women accept. That's the reality of life, reality of marriage. But people ignore that, especially in the Christian community. They say, well, God give me, but God give you. After 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, we divorce. I say, what happened then? God made a mistake. He was sleeping. He didn't love you. Why should he give Roger the good one and then he give Anna the bad one? It doesn't work like that. And then many people in church, they go, Pastor, help me, pray. I don't have any problem to pray for you, but prayer don't save marriages. Prayer don't save marriage. Because we are human beings. We are not married to pray. We married to, with all due respect I have for the audience, we married to have relationships, physical relationships, sexual relationship. We married to live as social beings. We don't marry to, nobody's married to a spiritual leader to pray. But unfortunately, the church leader, they don't see things like that. The church leader, for some reason, they advance marriage is spiritual, and then you have to pray to save your marriage. And then once you marry, that's it. If you divorce, you must stay like that. if you divorce, you should not remarry at all until your spouse dies. But some people, they don't listen to them. Some people remarry anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But these people who remarry, they are the ones who are suffering every day. I have a lot of calls. Pastor, can you help me? What to do? All things happen. My church, they kick me out. They yell at me. They curse me. I cannot participate in anything. Listen, and then that's pushed me to write this book, publish this book, and bring the light for people so they can have a better life. They can have their place in this society. Because God loves the sinner. God loves everybody. And then if you consider remarriage is a sin, it's not the only sin people have. Everybody have their own way of sinning. So I want to reaffirm people that God loves them anyway. Either they are divorced, they remarry, or not, God still loves them. And then God is about looking for them.
I love it. I absolutely love it. You know, Reverend, last couple of questions as we start to close out of this fantastic interview. Listen, I know about your past. I know about this fantastic book. I'm focusing now on the future. Please tell me there's another book on the horizon. Reverend, what's upcoming for you?
Yeah, actually, I have another book that may come out next month. The title is 17 Things You Must Know Before You Get Married. For you not to say in the future, if I knew what I know now. 17 things. Because people enter the marriage relationship without knowledge. Then there are a lot of surprise, my brother. A lot of surprise.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of social issues to be addressed. A lot of check. People say, I'm a Christian. No. You cannot be naive. A lot of things to check. 17 things. People must know before you get married. For you not to say in the future, if I knew what I know. Because once you say, if I knew what you know now, it's already too late. Already too late. So I'm putting outside there 17 things people must know. And then this for everybody. Every generation, every race, every color, everywhere in this world. Because people enter the marriage relationship too naive, too weak. So there, I'm giving some ideas, some principles, or to choose, for example, or to choose a wife, or to accept a husband. Because a lot of people outside there, they are men. They are not husband material. A lot of women outside there, they are women, but they are not wife material. So if you know what to check or to check, maybe you can make a better choice, leading to a better life.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why I'm still outside there as a social observer, trying to bring light where darkness is, trying to bring knowledge where ignorance is ravaging. Because in this society, people become zombies, especially in the church today, tradition, denomination, religion, they kill people. They kill people. I'm here to bring the light for people so they can live better. God wants people to live better. God wants people to live well. No matter your race, your religion, which are most of the time, all the time, religions are man-made. God doesn't create any religion for us. But those religion, tradition, denomination, they put a lot of pressure on people, preventing people to live a better life. So I'm here to de-zombify, in other words, to bring soul to these people, to bring light, to bring the knowledge, so they can become men and women of God, or men and women God wants them to be. Again, marriage is a social issue. People don't want to address it as social. That's where the failure are. Because if you approach the sociability of marriage before you invest all your time, your money in it, you will make a better choice. So that is why I would invite people to buy the book, read it, share it. And then any question, they may call me, they can send email. And then for the best of my ability, and then for best of them, because God wants them to be happy. But sometimes religion, tradition, denomination, some unfortunately ignorant leader, they keep people in bondage. They keep people tied up, humiliating them, isolating them. And I am here to break the chain with my book, Should Divorced Christians Remarry? The answer is on the book. I wish everybody, I don't think good luck. I wish everybody all the blessing heaven can help for them.
I'm telling you, people, the education does not stop. I'm going to mention for you one more time. I know I don't have to, but let's just re-impress it again. We're here on the line with Reverend Dr. Alix Pierre. We just finished discussing his amazing book, Should Divorced Christians Remarry? Available for purchase through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or directly through his site, alixpierreministries.com. Make sure to check back in frequently. As he said, there's another book that's set to be released very, very shortly. I'm telling you, this is a fantastic education for you to embark on. It's an even better gift to get to someone else so that they can journey on it as well. Head on over there today, pick up your copies. You surely will not be disappointed. Reverend, this has been an absolute pleasure. Such an honor. Thank you once again for being a guest on People of Distinction.
Thank you very much, sir. It's a pleasure. God bless you and your family.